Hi there, this is Tyler Simpson, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about my plan for branding for generic airlines. So, who is Generic Airlines? Founded in 2015 by a group of college graduates who saw a need for an affordable, reasonably priced travel option, Generic Airlines is a friendly, down-to-earth company dedicated to providing comfortable travel at a comfortable price. So, what is my plan for utilizing fictional brand storytelling? So, my goal is to immerse customers in the idea of a not too distant future travel dystopia, where large airlines hold monopoly on travel, so that prices are so high customers can no longer pay with money and instead must trade in their most valued possessions in order to travel anywhere. Think Hunger Games meets the terminal. So, our main commercial to introduce customers to the brand is going to be a heavily kind of stylized, fictional kind of world. So I'm just going to take you through that now. Imagine a dark and foreboding airport terminal, manned by heavily armed guards who are almost unrecognizably human. Many come to beg for permission to travel home, but only those who have something of value to trade get tickets. A woman clothed in harsh wrap of burlap steps up to the counter. She offers all she can in trade for tickets to fly home: a silver thimble, a meager amount of coins, and a book of stamps. The guard looks them over and shakes his head. "It's not enough," comes a coarse rasp from behind an armored mask. "It must be, please have mercy," the woman says. The guard points to the ring on her left hand. "Please, no, it's all I have." The guard turns to call for security, but the woman relents. She shakily removes the ring from her finger and sets it down on the counter. The guard grunts, scoops up the woman's possessions, turns, and dumps them unceremoniously into a large container behind the counter, filled with the miscellaneous, beloved possessions of that day's customers. He turns back to her and slaps a ticket down on the counter. It reads Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to Salt Lake City, Utah. He then hands her a packet of peanuts and says, "Enjoy your flight." "Next," the man shouts. The woman trudges off as the new man approaches the counter, clutching his last and most precious possessions. So this is kind of a visual idea. You have a bunch of people in a very shady, dark airport terminal, and they're all wrapped in, clothing, cold, poor, hungry. And you have these guards who are garbed in black with weapons, armor, and they keep the peace, or I should say, they keep the people enslaved. And behind the counter there you have this big box, or this big container that is just piled with the possessions, or the most beloved and most important possessions that these people have that they have to give up. And this kind of criticizes, obviously, the high prices of regular large airlines. Basically, it's saying airlines don't need to charge so much that people have to give up everything they have to fly home, or to visit family, or to go on vacation. So generic airlines will be represented in this world as a rebel faction looking to overthrow the travel dystopia. They'll offer no frills, no peanuts, affordable flights to all. This is a great opportunity to include actual generic airlines employees and to help put a face to the brand. At the end of commercial, it'll cut to the woman we saw at the counter. She's being patted down and asked to put her luggage onto a conveyor belt. She obviously doesn't have any luggage because she just gave up her last possessions. So how much are peanuts worth to you? This will be a tagline for the brand. Other airlines may offer peanuts, heated towels, and frills, but how much is that really worth when compared to the quality of service from generic airlines, and especially the low prices? So for marketing, we'll have an additional 4 commercials and around 3 social media campaigns, maybe more. The various commercials will all feature this dystopian world that's been created. 2 will feature the monopolistic dystopian airlines, one of which will be an advertisement for their airlines, complete with peanuts and crazy prices. The other will be a wanted ad in which The dystopian airlines have put a bounty out for generic airlines, whose crimes include criminally low prices and no peanuts. So think, think the Empire from Star Wars, or any kind of really almost like oppressive government system. So the other two commercials, aside from the first one that I described, will feature the brave rebel freedom fighters of generic airlines. Here, the faces we saw before will return and bolster the spirits of the people with the truth about dystopian airlines. Think Hunger Games propaganda videos. So they'll be very patriotic, very over the top. So you'll have, maybe the airwaves get interrupted by this rebel faction, and they're here to tell you the truth, that you don't have to pay all of your possessions, and you don't have to pay an arm and a leg to fly home. There's an airline that will let you do so at affordable rates that the big airlines don't want you to know about. So that's really going to help kind of inspire customers to support the smaller companies, because everyone loves an underdog. As far as social media campaigns go, generic airlines' social media presence will consist of two key parts. One social media profile for generic airlines and another for dystopian airlines. Generic airlines will run various campaigns, encouraging customers to talk about their bad experience with other airlines and to share stories about positive experiences like with generic airlines. And dystopian airlines will then like all of the negative comments. So if you have a comment that, I paid so much for tickets and they lost my luggage, and, I had really bad service and the flight was delayed, and that was on, I'm not going to mention any major airlines, but one of the competitors of generic airlines, then dystopian airlines will come and like all of those comments, and that'll kind of help breed hate towards their fictional company and towards the major airlines they represent. Other social media interaction can include things like propaganda posters and other miscellaneous items used to promote a solid brand image. For example, a screenshot of an eBay option for a small bag of peanuts that's currently selling for $364 with the caption, "How much are peanuts worth to you?" So in closing, the brand story that I've created helps to introduce and reinforce generic airlines as a low-cost, no-frills, down-to-earth airline. More importantly, it presents the idea that the prices are low for a reason, to help stop monopolistic airline practices. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.